Naked sales and lots of sales, and it's all because getting listened. Da 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 na 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 na.
Woo!
Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name is Melinda and this is my wonderful husband, Adine. Together we are full-time resellers known as Hustlin' Hooks here and also on Instagram.
We do this for a living now, which is kind of crazy to think about.
That's right, and this is our weekly installment of what's sold over the weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna cover our sales Friday through Sunday and show you what's sold so you can get out there, go on the hunt and find this stuff that's selling right now. And a lot of these sales sold super fast for us, and we definitely want to include those in here. And overall, we're pretty close to $2,000 this weekend, which is pretty good.
Yeah, we like that that's sort of creeping up a little bit higher on the regular. And as usual, we have lots of different categories to cover. So let's go over those right now. One of these pieces of clothing sold for over $100. Which one was it? So this week I'm going to be doing clothing. Sorry to disappoint everyone, but let's just get right into it. So we sold a couple Harley-Davidson t-shirts. These we've actually had for, this one actually we've had for a little bit. It just came with a bulk buy. We've sold all the really high dollar items. We're already well into the profit. Fun Cocoa Beach pattern on the back. This we have $4 into and it sold for $20. This one, just basic, classic, nothing crazy. We don't have anything into this one actually, and it sold for $25. And if you notice, they're both bigger sizes. Those do a lot better with Harley-Davidson. We sold these new with tags Columbia pants. They're hiking pants. They are lined. They're a little bit warmer though. So good for cooler weather or birthdays. Maybe someone's getting ready to go somewhere a little bit chillier or further up north. These sold for $36. We don't have anything into these, so that's a very good profit margin. Another new with tags pair of pants. These are 90s Cruel Girl, higher waist, straight leg. Also have nothing into these, and they sold for $35. This is an Eddie Bauer. These are still selling, not quite as quickly as you would expect, you know, fall, cooler spring, winter, but it's a great piece. Very heavy duty, lots of pockets, and it sold for $38. We have $5 into this. And then this pair of jeans, this is a vintage G-Unit pair of jeans, streetwear. I picked up a whole bunch of these in the same larger size at a thrift store altogether, so probably the same person's closet. Lots of flair to it. These sold for $42 and we have 6 into them. So the last piece, you might have already guessed by process of elimination, this is the one that sold for $120. That was on an offer. With these more expensive shirts, we do price them higher and then leave best offer on, just because there's such a big range there. Adine picked this up. Somebody was selling them locally, a bunch of old band t-shirts for $10 a piece, and he scooped up a good amount of them. So we have $10 into it. And one thing to note is it actually would have sold for more if it wasn't just a tank top and if the size was larger. Those will always do better. So very happy with 10 into $120. So as I said, we had best offer on that t-shirt because the range for it was just very large. We were going to make a healthy profit on it, whether we sold it for $100 or $200 or $300. And it just leaves room for people with those sizes to feel comfortable making an offer, and it leaves us room to make a healthy profit still. We do want to mention that we do not have best offer on everything. We leave it off of our listings for the majority, almost 99.9% of our listings. We have it as buy it now. What that does is it allows us to make offers when we have a good amount of watchers on it, And we know the wiggle room that we have based on our set price. Now, the reason we do that is because we do the free shipping model. So if someone makes an offer, but it's a large, heavy item going a far distance, we're gonna eat a lot more of that cost. So we like to know what our costs are, and we like to know how much wiggle room that we have, where we're still gonna make a healthy profit margin on that. And that's our reasoning behind it. A lot of people swear by leaving best offer on and making a lot of sales by that, and that's great. If that works for you, absolutely, continue doing that. That's just our method and the explanation behind it. Stay tuned, Edian's gonna come back with some toys.
Here are the toys to be sold, at least the smaller toys. Mona's gonna come after this segment and show you some of the bigger toys that sold. The neat thing about all these toy sales is that 4 out of 6 sold almost instantly. Let's talk about them. So this toy section at most thrift stores is usually filled with a bunch of garbage, but you can still find a lot of valuable items. Most of these didn't come from there. They actually came with a trade from another thrifter locally here, but there are a couple we found at our local thrift store. So let's talk about these toys that sold really fast. This first one, Melinda dug out at the outlet bins. We've been twice. We're itching to get back, but right now we have a lot of unlisted inventory that we need to process first. But she did find this Dragon Ball Z toy. It's not worth much. It's like a, I think it's from Burger King. Yeah, Burger King. $12.99 with free shipping. It'll cost about $3 to ship it. We have, 10 cents into it or so. So typically we don't source cheaper items, but with really good sell-through rates, knowing that it's going to sell pretty fast, which this one did. It took about 2 months out the door. We're happy with it. This one sold almost instantly, so maybe I underpriced it slightly, but the sell-through rate wasn't the greatest, and I saw that they're going for about this price. This is Pandemic, a sealed board game. Originally it was $30 retail. We sold it for $20 free shipping, or in other words, $12 plus $8 shipping. It's going to Florida. It's going to cost between $8 and $9. Also came from that trade we did with Dom for a couple of vintage t-shirts. It might have sold fast because, pandemic. Maybe, I don't know. The next one we actually bought for a couple of bucks. It's a bunch of these 90s NASCAR toys. Not sure how well they'll zoom in there, but you have legends like Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, a couple of guys I don't know. They also came with these original cards, so you can check out that 90s hairstyle of Mr. Gordon there. It's beautiful, the way it should be done. So anyways, these are, kind of in beat up condition. They also came with these little stands. We bought them, then we didn't really understand how to lot the things up. So just sat, and I thought about selling it on our garage sale. Glad I didn't. I lotted them all up, about maybe $5 into the whole thing, and they sold for $38 same day, going international. And all I'm gonna do is stuff this with padded paper, put the lid on it, and then put this in a box and ship it that way, and it'll be just fine. Another one that sold almost instantly are the Corpse. I believe these are from G.I. Joe, the G.I. Joe series. There's 3 little figures. This one seems to be rare, and I saw comps selling for about $30 just for this little fella here. But I don't really know much about them, and I don't really want to sit on them. It does have some scuffing. They're from the 90s. The fireman has some damage, so I lotted them all up. Also came from Dom. It was literally with a bunch of toys, so my daughter and I just were playing with them, and I pulled out the ones to look up, and I found those had value. They sold for $40 with free shipping, and they'll ship out first class. So really happy with these fast turnarounds. Now you might ask yourself, well, if it sold so fast, did I underprice it? Or is it just coincidence, or did I do something wrong? In reality, I got the price that I was asking for, so I'm happy with it. Could I have gotten $5 more or $50 more out of it? Yeah, maybe, but it's out the door. Probably about $5 to $10 into that. We still haven't done the accounting work specifically for all those items that we traded, so we'll still have to associate that and log it. Almost instant sale. This was the weekend of instant sales. Is this Lego set 76084 superheroes, Thor and Ragnarok. I don't know anything about Marvel. Anyways, 2 of the bags were sealed, and there was a bunch of loose pieces, so I didn't really know how to value it. It sold for $40 with free shipping almost instantly. Same story as before. Maybe I could have gotten more, but comps were right around that $40 mark. So again, from Dom, thanks Dom, out the door super fast. And then the last one we did actually buy at the thrift store. We paid up. It was $12.99. The original retail was $58. It's this Leap TV set from Leapfrog. Leapfrog stuff tends to do pretty well. Obviously, you know, anytime you have young children's toys, the kids probably don't play with it a lot, so they're usually in good condition. This was 100% complete. $12.99 is what we paid for it, and it sold for $63 with free shipping. It'll ship for about $10 in like a 20 by 16 by 6 box. That's it for these toys. Mona's gonna come back and she's gonna cover another category with you guys.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with the fun toys. These are just fun in general. Welcome to my Vanna White segment, but I'm not sure what this is. Anyway, I should probably do this first so I don't hold these the whole time. So this drum set, these were all very quick. When we have video games, we generally do lots of them all at once, and then they generally all sell very quickly. We have an overabundance right now that we are trying to work through, as well as balancing other things. So we got these 3 up this weekend, and they sold within 24 hours, all of them. We have $40 into the drum set. It's the drums, 2 guitars. One of them is the Fender Stratocaster, which sells pretty well by itself. Has the pedal, has the microphone. Don't know why I wasn't introducing with that. The drumsticks. And a game. So we priced this at $280. Free shipping, sold, full price. Again, within 24 hours. A little bit more information about this set. It's for the Xbox 360. It does not require dongles, so that's big. You have to make sure when you're selling them, getting ready to list, you have to know if yours require dongles, which allow the systems to talk to each other and connect wirelessly. If yours require dongles and you don't have them, it's almost, I wouldn't say worthless, but you're not going to get the same price because people will have to buy the dongles separately, and those can be kind of pricey. We account about $40 when we sell a set this big for shipping. We sort of plan on things going the furthest, meaning West Coast. We got really lucky with this. It's only going to Illinois, so we're going to save a bunch on shipping, which just means we'll get a little bit more profit out of that. Love it. These will break down. Even these will break down. The necks come off here. So it'll ship more compact than it's set up right now, obviously. We do have a video on how to pack these. So it's an earlier video. If you go to our channel and then sort our videos by oldest to newest, it's probably in the first 20 videos there. Adine kind of walks through breaking them down, putting them in the box, all of that good stuff if you want some pointers on that. Also a great one, it's not new, but it does have the original box, which provides more value. Yo! And it's complete with everything that it comes with originally. The guitar, which is wired. This is a wired guitar. Again, Xbox 360. And it's the Explorer guitar. And that's good to know because that's what you're going to use when you're looking for your sold comps. And that's what makes it valuable as well. It also comes with the game. So you have basically a complete package here. We listed this for $120, free shipping. And like I said, sold within 24 hours. Somebody offered us $100 on Facebook Marketplace, and I said, sure, if you're ready to pay. While they didn't get back to me right away, it sold for full price on eBay, so that's what it sold for. We also got this on Facebook Marketplace, and we got it for $10. Win. And then last, we have this Sunburst, which is the style, this color, described as Sunburst guitar. Again, Xbox 360, so these were all tested at once on the same unit. It makes it easy when you're dealing with the same systems. Not a lot of value in the game by itself. It's really the guitar. That sold for $75, free ship. And again, it'll break down and ship a little bit more compact than this. We also have $10 into this one, so healthy profits on both of just the guitars. Eddie will come back and go over some more stuff.
You helps with packages today?
You ready for your close-up? Thought he helps.
She's just taking a break from all the work.
Mm-hmm.
Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Thanks for watching our packages.
That's right.
A healthy amount of shoes sold for us this weekend, and we're trying to always work on our process. You know, getting them obviously is the easy part, finding them, getting them clean, getting them dried, and then listed as soon as possible. And all that work and effort results in consistent sales. That's a key for any category you sell. So these are the ones that sold this weekend. One of them is pretty unique. These Keds that we picked up, we picked these up at an estate sale. We usually don't sell Keds just because their value just isn't really there. But these were in really good condition. We paid $4 each for them, and we decided to lot them up because, well, they're the same brand, they're the same size, and they sold for $37 the same day. We paid $9 shipping on Facebook Marketplace, so really happy with that turnaround. The last few Keds we sold took a long time, so very, very happy with that decision. These are similar, these are Vans, super unique pattern on them, zigzag, almost like a rainbow pattern. They sold for $27 over on Poshmark. That was our only Poshmark sale this weekend. We don't usually pick up Nunn Bush. These were gifted to us, so we have $0 into them, and we took an offer of $31 free shipping. They are brand new. Nunn Bush is just not a great brand to resell. They're, you know, you can usually get them for 40-50 bucks brand new, and these were brand new, which was obviously something that helped them. So $31 out of $0 invested is pretty good. Next two pairs sold for $38 free shipping each, both on eBay. First one are these track and field Nikes. They had a small defect that we pointed out. One of the Nike signs or whatever, a little bit of peeling. I don't remember, right here in the corner. So they were just a little bit peeled. Doesn't really affect them. Excellent overall condition. They have this super odd, you know, interesting pattern for track and field activity. So when we looked up the style code, that's what people were marketing them as. So you can take a look at our title here and see what we put in our title. So these sold within 36 hours. These Vans also sold for $38. If you saw these before, they were actually bought, then returned, and they sold almost the same day or within 12 hours the same day. Excellent condition. The previous purchasing party buyer just said it didn't fit, which is perfectly fine. They shipped them back in the same condition. We relisted them, and hey, 38 bucks. The only downside is that now instead of having $6 into them, we have $15 into them because we have to eat that $9 original free shipping charge that we shipped them out on. But that's fine. It's just part of the business. The next clogs here, the brand is Slogger, so wait a second and see if it'll zoom in. But we never heard of these before, so anytime we see a quality product that's in good condition, we look them up, and they sold for $37, and it took about a month. They're really nice condition, odorless, great treads, no damage. Nice to see them go, of course. And the last pair of shoes before I hand it back to Melinda are these Merrells. These are pretty interesting. They're like a mesh material, super lightweight, almost for like maybe water activity or outdoor activity. Merrell, really good brand, really nice to resell them. We've sold a lot of Merrells, and these sold for $33 with free shipping. And these might go first class if they're light. They'll be about $5.40 to ship in. But on average, we have about $7 into all of these shoes here. And then shipping is anywhere between $9 and $12, depending on the size and the weight and the location. Back to Melinda.
Okay, I have some housewares to go over with you guys. Classic, parted out. This was a processor set. We were actually originally thinking to keep everything together, but unfortunately, the motor didn't work. So we originally paid for it on Facebook Marketplace. However, it didn't work. They refunded us. So we have $0 into it at this point. And this bowl sold for $65 just by itself. And the top piece was broken. It's the sleeves that go in here. If we had the top piece in good working condition, this by itself with that sleeve would have been closer to 100, 110. So very pleased with $65. We were expecting to get more out of the whole set though. We didn't even ask for the refund, so props to that person who did sell. They stood by their product. We were happy to keep it and pay the price for it. However, since they offered, we do have $0 into it. We also sold this Vornado. This was in a bulk buy from a personal friend. Have $10 allocated to this. It's not brand new, but the box is in excellent condition. The piece is in excellent condition. It sold for $45. So we have two different ice cream makers. You can kind of tell what season it's coming into, which is summer around the corner. And both of these I can really see, these would just be a really fun family activity, especially with some states and some areas still closed down. You can make your own ice cream at home. I think that's just adorable. I'll probably do that with Jessica when she's old enough. This one is clearly vintage, does have the box complete. This one sold for $60. We have $6 into it from Goodwill. This one is new in box. This one is neat. It makes the little swirls so you can have a little cone. That's just extra fun. And we have $6 into this one from Goodwill as well. This one sold for $55. Last category is a Dean. He's going to go over electronics.
4 more sales left in this video. This first one is pretty unique. It's something that I didn't find any comps on. It's this vintage motocross holster. We got it for $1. It's dated. It has it says CZ Rider on the bottom. I'm not sure if that's a magazine. We have $1 into it, and it sold for $35 free shipping. And it might go first class. We do have like a tube box we're going to put it into to protect it and get it out of here. More CDs sold. This is Linkin Park, 3 CDs from them for $16 free shipping. They'll ship for $3. We have 25 cents into each CD, so 75 cents into $16. It's about a $12 profit. We still have a good amount of CDs, but they've been a really good seller for us. We've sold a lot of these bundles. This one was super fast, and the reason why it sold super fast is because we listed it super fast, right? It had a good sell-through rate. It had good sales history on eBay. We picked it up for $20 locally. It's Olympus E500. It's a pretty low resolution electronic. It's a pretty low resolution digital camera with the original lens on it. It does come with a couple of accessories, the charger and a spare battery. Picked it up locally for $20, listed it right away, and it sold the same day for $95 with free shipping. It'll cost about $9 to ship it. The lesson is you have to get this stuff up. The fun part is going and finding it, get it up, get it tested, get it listed, and get your money back and make your profits. The last piece I'm going to cover is this Sony CD player. This is a 5-disc changer. We've sold several of these. They're a really good seller for us. We can usually find them anywhere from $10 to $15, 20 bucks online through Facebook Marketplace locally or thrift stores, etc. This one sold for $109 with free shipping. We built in $20 to ship it. That's probably what it's going to cost. We're just going to bubble wrap it, put it in a box, get it out the door. Didn't come in any remotes or anything like that, so really happy with that. This one we paid $12.99 for.
We also already shipped some Nike Lunar Converge. Again, average price of shoes is $7. We were averaging that at $6, if you're remembering from previous videos, but our Goodwill costs have been raising prices, so now it's $7. So $7 into those, and then they sold for $44. We also sold another pair of shoes, $35 for some Footjoys. We have had those for over a year. They were probably some of the first shoes we picked up when we started reselling. Very happy to get those out the door and gone at this point. We also sold another CD lot. It was a 3 CD Limp Biscuit trio, and that sold for $16.
Numbers. This is the most important part.
That's right, and if that was too fast or too blurry for you, I'm going to read them off.
Perfect.
Okay, so our gross sales this weekend were $1,820.
And if you guys are new, we have a free shipping model. So when we say gross sale, it's the total amount that the customer paid excluding any sales tax.
It's a great explanation.
Thank you very much.
So our fees were $255 total off all platforms.
And remember, this weekend we did sales on Facebook, just one on Poshmark, and then the rest on eBay. So we average about 14% for our fees. So that's the cost of doing business, right?
Mm-hmm. And our cost of goods were $231. That's what we paid for everything that we sold this weekend.
Yeah.
For shipping, we paid $297.
Do you remember what the Xbox drum set shipped for? Was it like 23?
It was between $24 and $26.
Let's call it 30. So no, let's call it 25.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's think about it this way. We offer free shipping. We built that into the total cost. We actually built in $50 of shipping cost into that Xbox 360 set, because if it goes the furthest distance out to the West Coast, it would have cost between $40 and $60 depending on what part of the West Coast.
Right.
But this time around I went to Illinois, so we saved about $25. However, we had one ice cream thingy that was way more because it went out to Washington.
Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, so that averages out. So we lost a little bit on that sale, but we gained on the other one. And it's a long-term average. That's it. You know, you just
for those of you new here, Dean really likes the long-term average.
That's what it is, though. That's what you have to. If you're gonna do any sort of business, you have to look at the average. You can't look at sale. Can't take a look at that and say we only made $12 net. We were supposed to make 20, and then like give up. Right? It's just part of the game.
You just gotta keep swimming.
Can we do that, but not crash into each other? That's pretty fancy. That's good editing. All right.
Okay, so that left us with $1,037.
Yep, that's net profit, taxable income.
Yep, and then our taxes, we take out 30% for our taxes. We like to overcompensate, be on the safer side, make sure we have enough put away so we can cover our quarterly taxes and we're not paying a lot of money at the end of the year.
Yep.
So that amounts to $311. Which means we can keep $726 into our bank account.
Yeah, that's pretty darn good. So that's cash. That's our money.
Right.
Nobody can take it away. The only thing that could happen next is if we have some sort of return, but that's again part of doing business. And last month, if you watched our finance video, we only had 3 returns or 1%. This month it's a little bit already a rougher patch. We've already had 6 returns, but that's just, you know, the more you sell, if you base it off a percentage, naturally your returns numbers will go up a little bit. The other thing too, the way you look at it is that we took $230, we invested it in goods to resell, and then we took home $726, and that $726 clears out everything. So yeah.
And that $726, let's say we take that $226, let's say we only put $500 and we take the other $226, and then we'll buy more stuff and then we'll sell it next weekend. Think of it that way. So there is a part of that will go back into reinvesting our business as well.
Yeah, and we'll get into that in a future video about how we budget, and we're still honestly trying to figure that out now that this is our full-time gig. So we still have to figure out how we're going to pay ourselves and all that good stuff. It's all in the works, and we want to be transparent and explain that to you guys, and that way you can know what some of your options are if you consider doing this as a career path. So
but $726 for 3 days, that's good.
Very good. Yeah, for sure. That's it. Thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys, especially you guys who are here during the live premiere. That means a lot to us. We see a lot of familiar faces. You know, we're part of this community, and we really enjoy that. So thank you.
And if you're catching this later, thank you to everybody who took their time out of their day for giving us a shot, watching this video, and supporting us in that way. We hope you found some helpful tips. Hopefully there was something in there you never thought about selling that maybe you'll give it a chance if you see it at a garage sale. Yeah, for sure. Until next time, guys, keep grinding. We'll see you. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Take care.